Welcome to the Wicked Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make an amazing no oil food, believe me. Don't turn it off though, because this is going to be freaking amazing. Whole foods, plant-based, mushroom stroganoff, high in protein. You're going to want to stick around and watch this. So stay tuned. So today we're going to use some chestnut mushrooms. I also found some of these king oyster mushrooms in the local market here, and I know we sell these in Tesco, so you can find them there. You're going to need mushrooms. Whether or not you can find these, it doesn't matter. You can use just regular chestnut mushrooms or white button or even portobello. I cooked off 2 packages of this banza. Since I've been in the States, I've been using this. It's very high in protein. It's 23 grams per box, which is amazing. So I'm gonna start the sauce, right? So the sauce is the most important part of this recipe. So what you're gonna need for that is the cauliflower. I took a whole head and I cut it right in half. So I'm gonna use this entire thing and just gonna chop it up a little bit. I even will use the stem. I cleaned off the end of it so it's still clean. This stem part is still good in the way we're gonna use it. And just gonna quickly chop, just rough cut. So I'm just gonna add that right to the pot. In addition to the cauliflower, I'm gonna add, I have some peeled garlic here. So I'm gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cloves of garlic. But then I'm gonna just cover this with water. I'm gonna add the 1 bay leaf. So it's bay leaf, cauliflower, and garlic, that's it. And then cover it with water and bring it to a boil. So you're just gonna wanna bring this to a boil. I have preheated the oven to 420. And I'm gonna get the cast iron going on a medium-high heat. So that's heating up in the background and we're just gonna prep the mushrooms, okay? So let's do the king oysters first. Because I'm gonna just do a quick pull on them. And we have tons of videos for these, how to do the wicked techniques and the mushrooms right over here. And as long as you get to go all the way around it, it should be no problem with tearing it like this and pulling the fibers apart. Okay, so I have those mushrooms prepped. All right, so for the prep of the chestnut mushrooms, I'm just gonna cut these in half. So I'm just gonna add the mushrooms right to the bottom of the pan here. So I'm just placing them face down. And just do what you can, put them, try to use the whole bottom of the pan if you can. And this just happens to be the perfect amount. Okay, so then I'm gonna press these. So it's a technique we've showed on a lot of the other videos if you've seen those. It's one of the pressing techniques. So what this is gonna do is really create a nice even heating surface for all the mushrooms to get nice and seared. So with these mushrooms, what I wanna do is I do wanna coat these with a little bit of spice. So I'm just gonna add the mushrooms right to here, a little bit of onion powder, and a little bit of smoked paprika, and a good amount of black pepper, and a pinch of salt. All right, so there's no oil on here. I'm just gonna toss these on here. And I'm just spreading that out. And I'm gonna pop this in the oven just like this. And I'm gonna probably roast them off for a good 20, 30 minutes. And we'll also finish up these mushrooms here. Let's check out these. Now you can see how brown that's getting. And that's a ton of flavor right there. So that's looking good. So the water's starting to come out of the mushrooms, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Now what I want to do is start the onion. And so I'm just going to do a large dice on this onion, and this is going to be super simple. I'm going to cut it in half and just, this is it. Really easy. And then I'm going to add this right to the mushrooms here. Kind of break up the pieces as you're adding them. Now what I want to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of the black pepper, a pinch of salt. I'm going to add a little bit of that smoked paprika. Not too much, like a slight dusting. And then also a little bit of the onion powder that I had there. And I'm going to add that right back into the oven with the other mushrooms and finish roasting them for another 20 minutes, and we will be right back. Watch this W. All right guys, so this is just about done. I'm just gonna shut the heat off. And so this is a key part where we're just gonna make the sauce. I'm removing the bay leaf and then I'm gonna add all the cauliflower. You can strain it if it's easier. Now I will add just a touch of the water. All right, so once you have everything in there that was in the pot, I'm gonna just pulse it to get the chunks down. Kind of like that, okay? And then I'm gonna add the seasoning. So I'm gonna add all the onion powder. I'm gonna add the smoked paprika, about a teaspoon of salt, one good size, maybe two, the black pepper really will add a good amount of flavor. And then I just have some fresh rosemary, so I'm gonna use just one sprig. So for the liquid, I am gonna go with Oatly. So what I'm gonna do, let's get this going on low, pulse. So as that starts to break down, I will slowly add the oat milk. And speed up the So you're gonna wanna blend that for at least a couple minutes because you want it silky, silky smooth, just like it's a heavy cream replacement, but all made of plants and way more flavor and not from some cow's udder. All right guys, so if you look at the consistency, it's pretty, I'm making it extra loose, so it's definitely like a heavy cream. It's not a thick sauce because it will thicken up when we start finishing the dish. So we're gonna set this aside and clean up a little bit and get ready to finish the dish. All right guys, I am kind of an idiot sometimes. I forgot the nutritional yeast because I saw it on the board. Anyways, I'm gonna add the nutritional yeast now. So it is about, I would say 4 tablespoons. You can do 4 or 5, however much you like it. It adds like this really depthy, cheesy flavor. Just blend that back up. Awesome. Again, we'll be right back to finish the dish. All right guys, welcome back. So now let's finish the dish. So we're gonna pull the mushrooms out, finish sauteing the mushrooms in the bigger pot, add the kale, the peas, the pasta, the sauce, and just finish the dish. And we're gonna do this family style. So we're gonna start the bigger pot, the pot we boiled the pasta in, and just heat that up as we get these out of the oven here. These are good. Right, so just set these up here for now. And then also grab the mushrooms. All we're doing was we heated this up so this pot is nice and hot to get ready to finish sauteing things. And I'm gonna add the shredded mushrooms right to it. Okay. And then also the onions and the mushrooms that we had in the cast iron, which are looking absolutely banging. To deglaze the pan, I'm just using a little bit of water, adding that right to it. And just give that a quick swish, just to get the extra flavor out of there. And add that right to it. See, that's coming out nicely. I'm gonna add the kale now. And then I'm gonna add, I have 1 cup of frozen peas. And obviously it's 1 big coffee cup. I'm just adding that to it. So we have the sauce here. And we're just gonna add that right to it, all of it. So it might seem like a lot, and it probably is if it's only 1 or 2 people eating it, but this will be a good few meals. So the sauce is getting warm, it's starting to boil. I'm gonna add the pasta. So the pasta's cold, that's why I wanna heat up the sauce first. And I'm just gonna add all the pasta right to it. I definitely tend to cook too much, so this is a really good meal prep to have for a couple days. All right, so this is it, guys. This is amazing. It looks and smells delicious, but you can see how much it makes. And remember, there's 2 boxes of the pasta that are, it's like ½ a pound each. Really high in protein, delicious. I'm gonna just plate up 1 plate and try it. All right, guys, there you have it. The Whole Foods, plant-based, healthy mushroom stroganoff. It's an amazing dish. If you guys like this, subscribe, like, comment. Love you guys, and peace to all the farmers out there growing veg. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do anything. Thank you. Into it. A little bit of the kale. I definitely want a mushroom. Aha.